Hi, people of Facebook. Um, for some of the people who don't know, I've just broke up with my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend now. She lived over in Midlands, and we've been dating for like 2 or 3 months, so it wasn't that serious, but I feel like my breakup was fucking epic. So, and I had to share, and it was just too long a story to type, and I'm lazy, so this is what happened with her. We She, her friend, apparently, this is what she told me, that her friend, Kim, made a Plenty of Fish, account, which is a dumbass dating website, and she used Becky, my girlfriend, for those of you who don't know. She used Becky's pictures and her, like, everything, like her name and everything, and at least that's what I was told. And so I just forgot about it, and I didn't really care. Last week, it just came to mind, and I just decided, hey, let's make a fake profile account. And so I made a fake one, and I started talking to her, and it was just a random account, nothing special. And I made a fake profile, and I started talking to her as some guy. And she, I talked to her. I asked her what her name was. She said her name was Becky. Well, what kind of got me to thinking, I asked her for her number. Now, any smart person would give them her number and not my girlfriend's number or anything. That wasn't the case. She gave me her number. And so, immediately I texted my girlfriend, bitched her out, was a huge dick, but I had a reason. And we talked about it or whatever, and she had her friend Kim text me and say it wasn't her, or it was her, and she was sorry, and she was jealous of our relationship or whatever, so I kind of kept it on the back burners for about a week. And so, the other night I'm sitting here with all my little redneck buddies drinking beer, and I talked about it with them, and they're like, this is what you should do, make a fake profile account. Get one of those apps where you can send a text to someone and it gives them somebody else's number. So, alright, the next day, I made the account. I made some guy named Jaren from Saginaw, where she lives. I made the account, and I started talking to her, and did the same routine, asked her name, asked her where she was from, asked for her phone number, and yet she gives me my girlfriend's number. Alright. So I texted from this text-free app, whatever, and I texted her and asked her if she wanted to hang out. And this is after 10 minutes of even talking with her on Plenty of Fish as this Jaren character. I texted her and she wanted to hang out, and I was like, alright. So we made a plan to meet up at the Tridge in Midland, which is a three-way bridge, nothing fancy. So we made that plan. So I texted my girlfriend as me from my number and asked her if she wanted to hang out, and she told me she was going to her grandparents' house. And I was like, alright, well, I know she's lying to me already. And so I got in the car, hopped in it, went to Midland, waited for her in the parking lot because she thought she was meeting this Jaren kid who drove like an '08 Mustang. And I was sitting in the parking lot kind of hiding, waiting until she got there. And she texted me and said she's here. So, I pulled around, parked right next to her, and you guys would not believe the expression on her fucking face. Best thing ever. It was the greatest thing I've ever done. And I would do it, I wish I could relive it. Like, she had the dumbest look on her face. It was just great. And for any of those who've been cheated on, this would be the moment where we would shine. And I get out and I open her door and I look at her and was like, hey, she's like, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm here for the same reason. I was like, oh, who are you here to meet? And she was just so dumbfounded, made her look so stupid, and her excuses were just flat out stupid. She told me she wanted to get on Plenty of Fish to make new friends. I mean, who gets on Plenty of Fish to talk to a 21-year-old random stranger for 10 minutes and then go meet up with them? Like, if you guys are doing that, like, get a fucking life, alright? Simple as that. I could have easily been a 40-year-old man there to rape you, but I'm not. There are people out there like that. So, be warned. And she, we sat there and argued about it. And I just told her I was done. I'm not dealing with this stuff anymore. And I kept calling her dumbass because that's how pissed I was. And she's like, wow, gee, thanks. I was like, well, it's well deserved. You've earned it. Because it's pretty sad when a bunch of dumbass rednecks from Gratiot County can sit here and make you little fancy, stuck-up little fucks over in Midland and Bay City look stupid. And I've accomplished that, and I feel pretty great about it, and I really wish I could have videotaped this whole thing because it was just grand. And for those of you who have ever been cheated on, just to bust someone and catch them, it is the greatest feeling ever. Simple as that. So, whatever, it was just awesome, and if I wish I could relive it. All my friends think it's great. Everyone I've talked to just thinks it's awesome. Awesome. Personally, I think I should be a fucking detective or an investigator or like the host of Cheaters. Like, it was that great. And you guys have no idea how awesome it was. I mean, of course, I wasn't happy with her unfaithfulness, but it was just great to be able to catch them and everything. And this is why if trust is ever an issue in your relationship, that it would be why. Trust is earned, it is not given, and she didn't earn it, and she's hit the road. And the funny thing is, I went to go leave, and she looks at me and says, I think I'm pregnant. Now that is the dumbest thing you could ever do. And if somebody ever does that, please, like, smack them. Because I don't care if you say you're pregnant, the guy will not stay around unless the kid is his. But, yeah, that was my story. If you guys want to know more, please feel free to talk to me about it because it was awesome. If you feel like your significant other is cheating, just let me know. Because I'm pretty good at busting people. Obviously, I'm a fucking god. So, that would be the end of my story. Thanks for listening.